Previously on Minecraft Bedrock Survival. It has been buried for thousands of years. A mystery, a secret. Now the most amazing discovery of our time is about to become the most extraordinary adventure of all time. Hello everyone and welcome back for another episode of Minecraft Bedrock Survival. In today's episode we're going to be having a look at a little project I've been working on, which is inspired by Hermitcraft's HRN rail network. Our system is going to be one that once you buy a ticket you can pop it in, and no matter how far away your stations are it will select the correct lines for you. Now I would demonstrate this here in our redstone testing warehouse, but as you can see the warehouse is completely full on the inside and the outside, and this project is also way too big to even fit in or outside of this. You see here, this is all set up for the next episode where we're going to be talking about pulse extenders, which is related to the rail network. So what we're going to do is we are going to have a quick fly. If I can fly. As this build is way too big for us to build here, we are going to journey to another world. Now in the last episode we built this Stargate. So what we're going to do is now we're going to dial the address for our other world, and we're going to pop through. So there we go, the gate is open. I'll see you all on the other side. There we go guys, we made it. And here we are in our other world, our redstone testing world. And here the physics don't work as well. We can float. There's no gravity here when we don't want it. And this is our ridiculously overcomplicated system. And this system, you can see here, there's little rail tracks with different experiments running on, block selection down there. But the quickest way is to give you a quick, I'll give you a quick example, and then I'll give you a quick demo so you can see this working. What happens is you hop in your train, or you hop in your minecart, you pop your ticket in here, and your ticket travels ahead of you. It gets selected into the correct box here, which triggers the correct lines, which then selects even the lines for you, and you get transported away to wherever it is. So you'll see here there are these light blocks, the sea lanterns, and there's one on here, 2, 3, we have 4, and we have 7, and that is the platforms that we can go to. So let's just go to number 2 just because it's close by, and we'll give you a quick example, and then I'll go into a little bit more detail. So I've got a ticket for number 2 here, which is just a named item. I'm going to hop into here, and I'm going to throw my ticket in, and then wait for it. We're away. Now the ticket travels ahead of us, and then we get launched up after it. And there you go. You'll see that we are now on that the second platform. Let's just fly away back here, and this time we will choose first of all we will choose a minecart, and then we will choose platform. We'll go to platform 4, which is the one in the middle all the way over there. So let's just select the ticket. You'll see pop that there. Now this minecart here gets automatically dispatched. There's a good supply of them in there at the moment for experimenting. So let's go to platform 4, which is way over there. Let's throw our ticket in, and then we get fired along. I had to put these little loops here are just for delay at the moment. And there you go, we get put onto this track, and then we move across here, and this is basically the identical system over here. We pause for a moment, and then we get fired along. And that is us here at platform 4. Let's just collect that and get another minecart. and that clicking will end in a few moments because the pulse extenders are a bit long. Okay, so now I'm going to go into a little bit more detail of what actually happens here. As I said, the idea for this came watching Rendog when he started his HRN network, because I know that they've just recently actually put in a rail selector where you can click and it takes you left or right manually, but I wanted a system that did that automatically, so you would buy a ticket. A vending machine would be somewhere. I've just popped these here now just for the sake of ease. And what happens is you sit here, you throw your ticket in, and so that your tracks can be selected, and also so that you can have platforms all over the place, everywhere that you need to break up the line. You can have one of these selectors, so it means that you don't have to travel somewhere and then choose if you want to go left, right or straight forward. Depending on what ticket you've got, it will take you to where you need to be. So it's a case of you would just build this mechanism here and you would build it somewhere else wherever you need to stop at a station. Now this looks ridiculously complicated, and for the sake of my testing, it is. You'll see here that I'm using really massive pulse extenders to keep this going, because in Bedrock Edition pulse extenders are a bit of a nightmare, but I'm going to discuss that in the next episode. You see, I did lots of experimentation on pulse extenders to actually get one that actually worked in Bedrock, because this sort of design unfortunately doesn't work, but I have found a design over there that does work in Bedrock. This is the old version that used to work in Java, but I tested it yesterday, it doesn't work, but we'll get into pulse extenders in the next episode. But anyway, so we pop a ticket in here, a signal is sent out here to charge the tracks, which will, once it's in here, it'll get launched out with your ticket inside. There is a delay before you get launched yourself out. There's also an extended delay as well, just to pop the next hopper minecart out for the next person to use the rail network. So I'll just pop that on there, wait and ready. Your train, your hopper rail cart even, or minecart even, gets launched out ahead of you, because you have to maintain a good distance between you, otherwise you'll hit each other in a corner and you'll stop. Now, in my initial experiments, I put this little kink in the track because we have to delay, because the ticket, actually before we get to that, the ticket, as you come around here, this is just your standard sorting system. So you would have this here and it comes down, and if you have a ticket, a valid ticket, it can only drop into one of these. And what happens is, when that triggers, it will trigger whichever one of these lines, and these lines here go off to wherever you need to make the adjustment to the track, or in this one's case, you need to stop them here in the middle of the track. And what we also need to do is we need to return that ticket to this hopper minecart, and that is partly why we needed extra delays in different places. It was one of the reasons why I put this little kink in the track here. I will come up with a better solution, because all this is going to be compacted down into a much more manageable one at a later date. I just want to show you what I built so far. And what we have here though is a whole load of droppers, and these are all chained in this direction. And what we have here is a observer clock, and this allows us to launch as fast as we can the ticket all the way along here, and it will go up and into here and get thrown out on the track just ahead of that hopper minecart coming along. So as the hopper minecart comes along here, it picks the ticket up again, and then it gets launched across to go wherever it's going. If you don't have a valid ticket as you come along here, you'll be stopped here at this platform and you'll have to get out. If you have a ticket actually for this platform, then you'll also be stopped here as well. But I'll explain that little mechanism here, because that was a little bit more complicated as well. Most of this is overly complicated just to try and get it out. It's been done in a very sort of crude fashion, but it does work. We'll work on compacting it later on. So, as we said, your ticket gets returned to you. All of these delays as well allow for the right line is selected, so that the path of the track is in the right direction, and the pulse extenders keep it on long enough so that your minecart can go across with you in it, as well as your ticket, which will be moving ahead of you. Downside to this as well, in between your stations, you're going to need powered rails all the way, apart from in the corners obviously. Because if you have unpowered, like in sections, the hopper minecart will not travel at a consistent speed, it will slow down and eventually you'll catch up. If you're going over long distances, you'll end up catching up and you'll either stop each other or you'll get in a corner and your cart will probably go off and you'll get stuck and that'll be you left there. What I've done here as well is we needed to get an extra little bit of delay for additional stations. So this is obviously this is the start of the line. Technically all of the stations would be this model over here. We've just got this one as a starting block, so I copy and pasted this whole unit across to here. But I had to make a little adjustment because I found that we were coming in too fast. The hopper minecart requires one block of braking to slow it down just to the right level so that it can collect the ticket again as it moves forward, and you also require one to be slightly, if that was off as we travelled across it we would stop, so it then has to be re-energized just in time for you to go across as well. And to get all that timing right, we have the train comes over here, or the cart comes over here, it flicks this switch which then turns this off eventually for when you get over, so you'll be paused here for a moment as you saw before and you're moved on to the next section. I hope all this is making some sort of sense to everyone out there. It's a really complicated build for something that's probably a lot simpler. I don't know if this sort of method has been done before. It's one of the things I wanted to work it out for myself. I refused to Google to see if anything is similar to this. We are going to compact this down a lot because it is rather bulky, and at the minute as well you also need a sorter for every ticket that can appear on the future lines ahead of the station. Ideally as well I would like it to work in the reverse as well, so that anyone coming back, or at least have a system where it is quite compact to have multiple lines. But let's go back into this again and we'll show you a little bit more. Actually, it'd probably be easier if we just let's chuck this guy out to platform 4 and we'll follow it. So you'll see the hot minecart goes out, it drops it, and there's the ticket getting returned. Then the minecart goes out, and because we're not sitting in that, it hasn't gone all the way along. And you see here the hot minecart just zooms along, and we'll cross over here, and you see that line gets knocked off, and there's a delay coming round, and then that rail gets powered again, and you will go through. And as you can see here, it has stopped at number 4. And you see here there's a little pulse here going on. I don't know what happened when I copied it. These two stopped working. I deleted them and replaced them and it still wouldn't work, but I put 2 next to there and that made it work. Don't know why, it's just a weird Bedrock glitch. But anyway, to get these lines to work as well, of course we've got the delay in order to keep the system here active, and this delay also keeps this line here, which is the one that stops you. What happens is, of course, as well, there's a delay here, and this block here gets power gets through here, which then powers this to keep this line powered or unpowered. If you need to stop at this station though, let's see, that's a red connection. So if your ticket says you need to stop here, which is number 4, a signal will get sent out here. It'll travel down this little red line here. It'll get delayed so that, or extended rather, in this pulse extender, and that then unpowers this piston, which then brings this block down, which then makes this rail unpowered again. Even though it's powered to allow pass through here, it will stop the power from going through on that bit there. Let's just get rid of that there, and we'll hop back to the beginning. And here we are. Let's just get a shot of that minecart. Let's get a few of the other ones here and we'll show that it does actually go to all of them. So we'll put that in 4. We might as well do all of them. So we've got platform 1, platform 2, platform 3, there's a platform 4 and a platform 7. And let's see, we've got hopper minecarts in there. We'll pop that there. And we'll go, this time we'll go all the way through to number 7, shall we? So I'll choose number 7, throw it in, system starts up, we get launched. You'll be able to just make out the ticket being returned to the hopper minecart ahead of you. we'll travel along here. So this could be, you know, a massive space over your world, depending on where you're going. And there we go. We get stopped here just on the downward stroke. There's that ticket getting returned ahead of us. And now he gets launched along. The line has been selected for us, so we are going over to number 7. And then from here, of course, you would go to whatever platform you want, or this entire unit can simply be duplicated anywhere in your world. Let's just grab that ticket back. Get a shot of that. And here we go. We'll hop back over here. I tell you what, we'll just pop in. Where do we need to go? Let's just go for number 3, straight in the middle. But we'll let it go itself, and then we'll watch it from above. So you see, number 3 line gets selected, but for number 3, you don't actually need anything because it's a straight through. So that probably wasn't the best example to be flying above. All right, let's go for well, we'll go for number 2. Sorry, number 1, and then we can see that from above. So let's pop that in there. This should be, there you go. The green line's activated. You can see that pulse extender. The track there is turned, and we'll just watch for that pulse extender running out. There it goes, and the track gets returned back to default. That happens for all of them. So we've got the white line, which is the white line. The white line's going this direction, so let's pop a number 4 in there this time. So you see there, it goes across there. You can see the white line's activated. The track has been selected. There goes the cart. That's away along that line there. And then once that pulse extender runs out, there it goes. And there you go, the track is restored to default and it's away. And of course that one there is working over there as well, just to send that hopper minecart to the correct spot. So it's this is a rather complicated build. I just want to show you what I've built so far, because I am going to work on compacting this now that first of all, now that I know how to get it to work, and secondly because I've now got a better pulse extender than making these, because these are a little bit, well, bulky for one, and not really practical. But these ones here that I've built are far more compact and much easier to adapt, because with these ones, of course, you've got to extend them out further. But with the other ones, we just need to change the number of items in a hopper to adjust it. So yeah, I really like this experiment that I've been running. Which tickets have I got left? I've got a ticket for 1, which is just here. I tell you what, let's well, actually, this might be an idea to show you how that bit works. Let's throw a ticket into 1. We will come over here and I'll show you how this bit works for stopping you. So there we go. There you saw that that piston was taken down so that it would keep this line unpowered, even though this wanted to keep it powered to send obviously the train on to wherever you want to go. But yeah, of course I left that there, didn't I? Forgot any more tickets left? Just a number 7. Oh, let's get rid of that. I should say as well, in a future design change, obviously the hopper minecarts need to be disposed of. In a real system, we would have you know, the track drop off and the minecarts get taken back into a hopper and just put into storage somewhere. But for the sake of this demonstration, we're just keeping that. Just keeping them on the end of the tracks there. Of course, you know, the things like the stopping in the middle of the line, we could have that go off into a little proper siding maybe. You know, you can adjust this to anything you want. It's a case of just having the item selector and then just an appropriate line coming off it. As these 2 tickets here, I should say as well, you've got tickets 4 and 7. Both of those require you to go that way. So that means you need this track. So all you have to do for that is simply connect up. So we've got these 2 lines here, and they're both powering the white line, so they both come together and they shoot off, and then that makes the adjustments here to allow you to shoot off. But yeah, I like this. I don't know if anything's been done of this sort of idea before. As I said, I refuse to look because I wanted to learn how to do it myself. We will be coming back here because I want to compact this and make it a lot more efficient so that it can be done with the minimal number of blocks There'll probably be, in the next update, there'll be a better thing for stopping and starting, and then we can get rid of these kinks in the track to add delay. We'll be able to add like a second bit of delay, because the main problem is we have to give time for the ticket to be returned, because the ticket has to get down there. If I just throw a ticket in there, you'll see it is really quick for getting it down there, but you have to, it's got to get there in time for that hopper minecart to get there. That's why there's so many delays and pulse extenders in here, just to keep it all running. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed that look there. I think it's time now, because it's just a quick demonstration, it's time to head back home. So, hit the ground with a thud. Let's dial up the gate, and we will now head back to our home. Let's see. There it is. So let's hop through the gate here, and head on back home. And we're back home. Where are we? I thought we dialed the right address. At least there's a DHD here. Let's just take a look. I don't know where we are. It's a very big space. Let's see what's down here. Central clocking and server room. No food, drink, or explosives down here. I think we're okay for that. What is this place? I assume that's the clock. Vault surface. Shelter. Shipyard. Where on earth are we? And how are we going to get back home? Okay guys, don't forget to rate, comment, favourite and subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you next time when we return home. Thanks for watching.